In a village in Ghana, there was a girl named Emma. Her beauty was famous. People came from the next town just to stare at her. Her skin was smooth like polished wood, and her eyes sparkled like water in the dry season. But Emma had a problem: she was too proud. She knew she was beautiful, and she had a very bad attitude about it. Emma thought she was better than everyone else. Many young men, brave ones and quiet ones, rich ones and poor ones, came to ask for her hand in marriage. She didn't just say no. She made them feel small. One day, a quiet, hardworking farmer named Kofi came to her family's compound. He wasn't handsome, but he had a big heart and honest hands. He brought a fat hen and a kola nut. Emma took one look at him and laughed loudly. She pointed to his dusty feet and told him, loud enough for everyone to hear, "My husband will have shoes, not earth on his feet. Go back to your muddy patch." Kofi turned and walked away, and he never looked back at her house again. She did this again and again. She rejected a clever young trader because his teeth were not straight. She rejected a strong hunter because he had a scar on his cheek. She waited for a king, or at least a son of a governor, someone who would keep her on a velvet cloth forever. The years passed. The rich men who visited eventually chose other, slightly less beautiful women who were kind and brought peace to their homes. They didn't want a beautiful headache. Then, Emma's own beauty started to fade. It happens to everyone. The soft look around her eyes changed, and the sparkle in her hair wasn't as bright. Suddenly, the young men stopped coming to the compound. When they saw her in the market, they didn't stare anymore, they just nodded quickly and walked past. She realized she needed a husband, any husband. She started looking at the men she had rejected years ago. She saw Kofi, the farmer, but he was no longer a simple farmer. He had worked hard, bought more land, and was now one of the most respected, wealthy men in the district. He was married to a good woman who smiled easily. Emma went to Kofi's wife, begging for a small loan of corn during the famine. Kofi saw her there. He didn't shout, he didn't mock her, he didn't seek revenge. He just looked at her, and his eyes were completely empty. The humiliation she had dealt him years ago had settled into a quiet indifference. He walked past her and went inside. He never spoke a word to her. Emma lived the rest of her life alone, dependent on the scraps of family who had long grown tired of her high demands and constant unhappiness. She realized too late that her beauty was a gift, but her pride was a poison. When the beauty went, the poison was all that was left. Moral lesson: kindness, respect, and good character are far more valuable and enduring than physical beauty or pride.